What's up, everybody? All right, you guys. So as you know, we are discussing the case of Naziah Harris. And after I did my last video, I saw a lot of people had the question of where is Naziah's bio dad? Okay, so Naziah's dad is a man by the name of Mervyn Jennings. And sadly, you guys, Mervyn did pass away in 2024. But there is a whole story behind Mervyn and why he wasn't in Naziah's life. So Mervyn did multiple interviews about a year ago around the time that she first went missing. And in those interviews, he was saying that he had a wife and he cheated on his wife and had Naziah. So during all of this, he was also battling congestive heart failure. Now, it's a lot that I still don't understand. But from what he was saying, when Naziah's mother couldn't take care of her and, he had his situation going on with his wife, he made the decision to sign his rights over to the grandmother. Now, he's saying that he hadn't seen Naziah for about 8 years before she went missing. And listen to what he had to say about a year ago when Naziah first went missing.
Only reconnected after 2 Detroit public schools police officers tracked him down.
When the last time you been up to your daughter's school? I said, my daughter's school. I said, I don't even know what school she go to. I said, I've been looking for her. And they looked at each other and I was like, what's going on? They said, your daughter's missing.
So I have a lot of questions about this situation, but like I said before, sadly, Mervyn has passed away. But another thing that Mervyn came out and said was he talked to Naziah's older brother at some point in time. And that older brother told him that the family knew Jarvis was doing something to Naziah ever since she was 12, which would contradict what the grandmother Annette and the aunt Shannon is saying. So there's a family member that came forward by the name of Roxy. And Roxy actually put this out last year when Naziah first went missing, but for some reason, all of this is coming out now. So she has messages between her and Shannon, and these messages are from when Naziah first went missing. Now, one thing I have to point out is that address Balfour and Outer Drive. So in these messages, she brings up that Naziah asked her about that address, and then Roxy said, well, who lives there? Shannon says, we don't know. But listen to what Shannon says at that preliminary hearing when she details exactly who she used to pick up at that address.
No.
Do you know anybody at that location?
No, the only thing that I'm familiarized with just picking up Jarvis Outer Drive in Belfort.
So when she went missing, you knew exactly who was at that address. You know your 13-year-old niece is missing, and you know she asked you about an address that you picked up Jarvis at. Why wouldn't you say this at first? And y'all, this message right here, I'm going to let y'all put in that last word, but she's basically saying Naziah just wanted some. Not only did Shannon admit that she saw Instagram messages between Naziah and Jarvis, you knew before you got with this man he had a record, and you knew that he would harm children. Now, y'all, when I first covered this story, one thing that I wanted to point out was the fact that Naziah went missing on January 9th. They did not alarm police until that next day. But as we're going through the details, we learned that she met up with him, got in the car with him after school, went to the auto shop, stayed at the auto shop for hours. If somebody in that home had just said, okay, Naziah didn't get off the bus, let's go search around for her. This girl was alive for hours after she got off that bus. And y'all was just going ahead like nothing was going on instead of going out there and looking for her right then and there. Like, this is what people are talking about when they say that Naziah was failed. We know that Jarvis did this to her. We know that Jarvis is a monster. But if you knew that you were her guardian, you had custody over her, you was the person that was supposed to protect her. Why did you let this man around her? Now, I'm going to keep you guys updated as more information comes out. Let me say this. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. We're not accusing anyone of anything. But what are your thoughts in this case so far?